All right. Again, this whole chapter is just calculating derivatives. Right? So we look at the different methods we have to calculate derivatives. You already know the power rule, right?
Yep.
Okay. What happens if I give you a function like that?
You add the two exponents together.
Okay, so that one's we can simplify, right?
Yeah, that's x.
It's a product, right? You remember what product is?
Multiplication.
Okay, but we want to simplify this first by adding exponents there. So the derivative would be
One. Well, what's something to 0?
remember it's 1x to the 0. What's x to the 0?
1.
Right, so don't worry about that. It's linear. Okay, what if we run into bring the exponent down, subtract 1, x to the 0 is 1. Right, so 1, x to the 0. What would you do here? Mason.
So the bottom two equations are related to the top equation of the x to the power of -1.
This is the same equation.
Okay.
Those are the same thing.
Yeah, you would factor the
Oh.
multiply them together.
So what I'm trying to get at here is that you have a product, but you can combine them and simplify them algebraically first, right? So how would I simplify this algebraically?
Distribute.
Yeah, the hippity-hoppity property. What do I get?
X squared plus x cubed.
Okay, and the derivative is?
X to the 5th. Or 5 x to the 4th.
Those are not like terms, we don't combine.
Oh, wait, you're adding. Okay, never mind.
Different exponent.
So it'd be,
Added.
2x, 3x squared.
Okay, so whenever possible, use your power rule. Okay?
So when, if it said there's like 1 times x in the parentheses, then would you add the exponents? Make it easier? Okay.
Okay. What if we have a product? Can we simplify that?
Oh, dx is d over dx. So, Mr. Arthur, could you just substitute in d over dx for dx, or one of
Okay, if I ask you right now for the derivative, what's your gut tell you?
X.
X times e of x.
E of x.
Really?
1 or
Yeah,
e of
it should
x.
just be e of x.
Oh, just
So
one.
that becomes 1.
Okay, that's your guts, right?
No.
Yes.
Or would it just be e of
I'm
x?
just writing down, I'm just verifying. That's what your gut tells you?
Yes.
Sure.
Don't do that,
But why?
because it doesn't work that way. Okay. We have to use something called the product rule.
Sounds disgusting. How'd you know?
Alex, bring
Did
it
you
in
just read the book for fun? It's like, oh, I'm kind of bored right now, so I'm going to read it to you.
No. No.
Last name George, last name.
George Breen, Alex George Breen,
It's fine.
and Carlos Ortiz.
I wonder if it's not.
Okay, please do not do that. Okay, we have to use something called the product rule. So anytime you see a product that you cannot simplify, which we can't simplify that, okay, we have to use product rule. It's something you have to memorize.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So when I was trying to like not just the power rule, if you could simplify it
You can't simplify
just in general?
this function that you're working with. Okay. So here's the product rule.
Oh, I'm not.
Derivative first is 1. So that's the derivative of the first. We'll call it the first. Okay. Copy the second. Okay. So kind of works, right? On this one. Well, plus copy first. What do you think the next is going to be? Derivative second. That's the product rule. Okay. So it's derivative first, copy second, plus copy first, derivative second. I don't think I've ever come up with any cute way to remember that. We have a cute way for the quotient rule and the chain rule. But yes, so that's the product rule. Okay. Are you okay with that? Let me show you another one.
Yeah.
What's wrong with like different numbers?
Okay. Calculate h prime at 1 for h of x equals x squared plus 2 times e to the x plus x. I made that up, so it's going to be messy.
So if you ever see an e of x, just automatically go this?
Not necessarily. What you're trying to identify is the operation. Did we have, for a power rule, you have an exponent, right? Just an exponent. Here, we have exponents, but we have multiplication. It's a product. Okay. Tomorrow we'll study the quotient rule, which is a division problem. Okay. So, derivative.
So is the first and that first?
We have first, second. You can FOIL those if you want.
So that makes it
It
hard.
makes it nasty. Okay.
So the derivative of the first one is just 2x.
2x. What do I do with the second?
Plus EX plus X.
Copy it.
Times EX
X squared plus 2.
times EX.
There you go. So we have derivative of number 1, copy 2, copy 1, derivative of 2.
Why is it 2x and
It's the derivative of that.
x squared?
X squared plus 2. The derivative is 2x. And then we copy the second one. Okay. All right.
And then can we leave it at that?
If this is a free response, you can leave it. A multiple choice might ask you to simplify. But we're looking for h prime at 1.
So you just put 1 in for each.
So put 1 in. The nice thing about AP math tests, that's a good answer on a free response.
Really?
Yeah, just be done with it.
That's amazing.
Multiple choice, you will likely have to simplify. So everything I ask you to do will be simplify to practice. Okay.
What's E? What
2E plus
one? So 3E.
2E plus 2.
Oh.
And this is 3, right?
Yeah.
Then 3E plus 3.
So 5E
5E
plus 5.
plus 5. Yep. If you simplify. Okay. So that's the product rule. This is identify the product, use the formula. Okay? And again, if you can, simplify it first. Right? So which is easier? Simplifying in power rule or using the product rule? Yeah. They can get you the same answer. You can use the product rule here if you want, but I prefer that you distribute in power rule. Okay. Any questions?
Oh my God.
You have to dump the 3 into the second equation. So we go 3E.
RR. Not what I intended to write.
We're in 3.
Wait, what? Are we done with class?
Yeah.
Oh, the first part.
Yes.
Write it down, I'll explain it.
Yeah.
I'm having issues here.
Hey, at least I just figured it out.
Okay.
Whoa.
Is that 3.2?
I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not. You will have some good class time to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's not due until Thursday, so.
What's the Q one?
PR is product rule, yeah. QR is quotient rule, so you haven't learned that yet, but don't worry about those. It's the division problem, and then you're spiraling. Okay. Again, identify product rule, execute. Okay.
No, it's not. Don't move.
And you have 5 minutes or so. Look those over if you have any questions. Good time to get some answered.
This turn.
All right.